been live streamed across various social media platforms. Today, I'm giving you the welcome address. Like I said at the beginning, my name is Mazi Ezoke. I am the co-convener of P2B Support Network and also a board member of the P2B Support Network, POSN, the foremost P2B support group. We've been here since 2018. Now, the updates are as follows. We will be having an update from our global coordinator, Augusta Neka, and we will have update from Kevin, who is going to tell us more about Sponsor Your World project, where we are, what we need to do next. We'll have our strategy update from Mr. Ambrose. We have our tech guru to also give us update where we are, how far have we gone with our application and the use of it. We'll talk about, at the end of the day, they say good soup, no money maker. We'll talk about fundraising and how to fund these great ideas that we are bringing to the table. After that, we will have US coordinators tell us what is happening within the region, followed by Australia, Austria, United Kingdom, Ireland, North Carolina, Georgia, England, Canada, goodwill messages, and the icing on the cake. God's willing, our principal, Mr. P2B, will then address us. God's willing as well, and if time permits, we would also have Oseloka Obaze. Then after that, we will take feedback from state coordinators. Then the fundraising continues. You see, this program this evening is very loaded, and we will try to do everything possible to finish this within 2 hours. Without wasting much of our time now, I call on Augusta Neka, please. I think I'll eat into your time to say, please give us update as to where we are in the next 3 minutes. Thank you very much, Augusta. You may take the floor now.
Hey, good evening, sir. Thank you so much. So sorry I joined a bit late. Where we are is simple. I think a few days ago, Mr. Daniel Mr. Ilumba sent the work plan that has been guiding us since June. And from that work plan, we can see that we have achieved everything we set out to achieve. We've gone very, very far in our mobilization. And right now, what we're just trying to do is to make sure that our ward coordinators, our polling unit coordinators, and the rest of them are registered with the INEC. That's actually what we're working on right now. For the mobilization, I'll leave Somadina to do more justice to that. But I think we've actually achieved what we've set out to do. And we're just waiting for more funds so that we can do more. That's just a summary of it.
You've basically pushed back again on funds. Anyway, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that are here today are equal to the task. 2023 is ours to win. We must not leave no stone unturned to win this election. Now, I'm going to call on Kevin. Kevin, are you there? Kevin, to brief us on the Sponsor Your World project. Kevin Jackbob, may you kindly unmute yourself, please?
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm here, sir. Let me thank you for having me here. So far, so good. The Sponsor Your World project has really started. I think by late September, we started the Sponsor Your World project. A lot in this the Sponsor Your World project. I don't know if I can share to give an overview of what number of votes we've had. About we're going to sponsor about 50 votes individually.
Kevin, for some reason, it appears you have moved into a bunker. You're being cracking. So let's try once more. And I'll allow you now to share your screen, please. Go ahead.
Okay.
And everyone raising their hands, the meeting has just started. Unless you're raising your hand to give us money, please lower your hands. Thank you very much. Kevin, go ahead.
Okay. So let me share the phone to share on the screen. Also, let and to the moment. Okay.
Kevin, you may have to, sorry, Kevin, you may have to try a different network or change your position. It's not working out.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay. I should just hold on to the documents so that I can give an overview of what we are going to.
No, Kevin, it's not working. It's not working out. We cannot hear you. Please, can you change your location and try once more? If not, we move on.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, better.
Okay, okay. And so far, so good. We've been able to sponsor about 51 wards across the country right now as we speak. That's individuals have been able to sponsor on their own 51 wards across the country. And lately, just before this December, or like this December, we're going to have groups who are beginning to sponsor states as a whole or group of wards as a whole. So far, we've had groups from Diaspora who have actually sponsored about 8 states. Some of those states that have been sponsored include Kaduna, Gombe, Taraba, Nasarawa, Bauchi, and Plateau. Now, most of these projects have not begun in some states, which actually we are going to kickstart by January 2nd because of some issues we had, which we've just resolved. But so far, the only state as a whole that has been where projects have actually started is Taraba. So the remaining state that has been sponsored by the Diaspora are actually going to kick off by 2nd of January. Now, the total number of wards so far that have been sponsored, where funds have been disbursed and projects have started, are actually about 31 wards. The remaining wards will actually continue. By the time we continue, we kickstart this project. We continue this project by January 2nd. Then the total number of sponsored states, like I said, total number of states where funds have been disbursed and projects have started is actually just Taraba. The other states are going to actually be kickstarted by 2nd of January, as I stated earlier. Now, in the second to the last, we have the number of wards where the sponsor award projects have actually started, or that are ongoing right now, that are being monitored, about 29 wards. And the number of states where the sponsor award projects, okay, that's Taraba anyway. So far, so good. The projects have started in earnest on what we have seen, but most of the projects are actually going to be fully kickstarted, like the ones we have here, by 2nd of January. You've seen an upsurge in people who are actually beginning to sponsor not just wards, but more states as a whole. So the whole situation is looking good, and we hope that by 2nd of January, when we restart this project, it will begin to expand more and more, with more funds coming from the Diaspora. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Kevin. That's a very quick overview as to what we are doing. And obviously, you are the one in charge of that. Now, quickly, let's move to our strategy.
Maz, allow me to make a comment. These people that sign in with P2B, please rename yourself so that we will know when our principal joins. He has indicated he will be at this meeting, but that once he joins, he will allow him to address us immediately because he's very, very, very busy today. Today is a very busy day for him. So please, those that sign in with the ID name P2B, kindly rename yourselves if you're not His Excellency. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lumba. Thanks for that observation. And I can still see that 2 people are still signed in with that name, please. Within the Zoom, you can make that change of name, please. We plead with you. So, Ambrose, quickly go ahead. Ambrose, quickly go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Mazi. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are. So basically, strategy updates. So where we are now is the final leg of the campaign. So the final leg of the campaign is thinking how to push more about the message of P2B down to the grassroots and how to bring people to the pool. So that's where our focus. So it's part of what Kevin just updated is what we are doing at the different wards. For us, we think the more we have community activities where people we already recruited are talking to the Nigerian voter, the better for our turnout in such community. So basically, walking you through how we've approached this campaign again, we started by going around and recruiting people. Kevin, you mute, please. So we started by essentially recruiting volunteers from across Nigeria. We basically have people across more than half of the number of wards across Nigeria. Now we are now using them to talk to their communities, to recruit more people who will be our poll watchers and agents. So that's that campaign now. So for us, basically, in terms of strategy, is about community activities, and getting more hands to join us. And that's where, like Ineka said, we are currently very, very limited by the amount of resource we have. So the more resource we have, the more we can do. And we believe that the more we can do, the more popular P2B will become, especially in rural Nigeria. So that's what our focus is now. And again, funding. So Mazi, that's a quick summary of what we are doing. So between now and the campaign, most of our activity will be mobilization. We are talking to Nigerians, energizing them, moving them, educating them on voting. And that's the community activity that some of us, some of the funding have come through the Sponsor Your Award project, and hoping that the more money we get, the more presence we will have in communities across Nigeria. And then that we then lead on election day in terms of bringing out Nigerians to come out and vote. So that's what we are doing and what we will be doing from now till the election. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ambrose. You know, guys, I must say, you all are indeed doing a tremendous job. And I like the teamwork. I like the team spirit. Everybody going straight to the point without beating around the bush. Now we are going to hear from our tech guru, or rather tech department led by Samadna. They're going to tell us about the election management app and give us an update where we are with that application. So Madna, if you're there, please, can you take the podium? Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Just to do a quick mic check. Can you hear me?
Very loud and clear.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much. I really want to appreciate everyone for being on the call. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and waiting. 2023 is the year that we've waited for a very long time. And that is the year that you will all be glad for having stood on this course to make Peter Obi the president. And so from the tech side, we've made some progress lately, and we hope to consolidate on that progress. Right about now, we have been able to develop an application. And with that mobile app, you can now see the grassroots structure in your area. You are able to mobilize, you are able to plan. If there are activities going on in your ward and you'd like the world to know about it, you can post those ward activities. There's a rally, there's a meeting, there is a town hall, there is a conference. You can post that activity on the app, and everyone in the Obidients movement will be able to have access to that. And also with that app, you can also recruit mobilizers, recruit polling unit agents, recruit polling unit monitors, and you can get more persons to join the Peter Obi movement. And if I'll tell you, as a matter of fact, the Peter Obi movement, we are tracking the 8,812 wards across the country, and the data shows that we are doing very well. So you're on the winning side. So a lot of your friends in the APC and the PDP, if they know how well the Peter Obi structure has grown, they are going to leave their party and join the Labour Party before the election, because nobody likes to be on the losing side. Yes, so we have the election manager app. I don't know if I should actually demo the app, but I've posted a link for the app in the chat. So Mazi, if there is a need for me to demo, I can share my screen, but if there's no need, I'll just tell folks here that we're also building other capabilities that will make us to be able to gather intelligence and security issues around the election. And you can also be able to report those activities from any part of the country. So what we are building, with what we are building on the day of election, if we are able to get agents in every polling unit, then before INEC releases the election results, you're going to have the election results live on your mobile device. And so what is the first step we need to do? The first thing we need to do is that we need to make sure that in the 179,000 polling units, yes?
Samadna, I'll give you 2 minutes to demo the app. You know,
okay, you want me to demo?
I'm always scared of allowing you demo, so don't take so much time, okay?
Okay, all right.
We don't give out so much ammunition, but go ahead and demo them. Let's see
what we
did the last time.
Okay, perfect. So I'll just join. Can I share my screen?
Yes, you have the right to go ahead. Sure.
Okay, so let me share. Just a minute.
Recording in progress.
Just a minute.
Samadna, you are muted.
Okay, thank you. All right. Hello?
Go ahead. We can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. So right now, I'm sharing my screen. I'm just going to show the app. So I'm going to refresh so you can see the Labour Party logo, Mama Papa Pikin. So if there's anyone that says, oh, we need to be able to show the logo around the world or to anyone in the different polling areas, you can just refresh your app and tell them that is the Labour Party logo. Now, from the Labour Party logo, the next thing that this application does is to recruit people across the different polling units. So with this app, you can view your structure. So when I click on view the structure, you see the different states of the country, and you can see the states where we have actually made progress with recruitment. So for instance, a lot of people like to think that we don't have structure around the country. There's no structure in the north. So I'm just going to pick a state in the north, perhaps the northeast. I'll go to Yobe State, for instance, and I'll pick one of the local governments there. So that local government is Potiskum, and I can go into any of the ward that's showing up here. So when I select a particular ward, you can see the Peter Obi structure on that ward. So right about now, do you need to take a phone call to ask, is Peter Obi support network doing well in the north? You don't have to make that phone call. So you can just take the mobile app. When you download the mobile app, and you can go to any part of the country and you will see how well you are doing. So for instance, in this Bolewa ward, you can see Adamu, Adiza, Awa, Ramatu, they are all there and they are ready to vote Peter Obi in this election. And when you want to register people on this app, you click on register to deliver your polling unit. I'll go back again. I'll click it again. And you see, so you can select the role if you want to be a polling unit agent. You select where you are staying. For instance, let's say you're staying in Akwa Ibom, and you select where you are voting. Let's say you're voting in Katsina, and I'll just select somewhere in Katsina. So you can give us those information, and you upload every other details, and you save. And once you save, that information becomes available on the structure after some minutes when it's been processed. And so this is the app. When what activities are being reported, you can also see them on the app. So for instance, this is a symposium that happened in Gombe State. So you can see the crowd that was being talked about to Peter Obi, about Peter Obi in Gombe. You can see another rally that was reported. I think this also happened in Gombe State. Gombe is not southern Nigeria. So if I also move around, you can see this town hall. This town hall happened also in Gombe. Then you can see this rally. I think this happened in Kaduna State, right? So if you have places where the people are effective in reporting what's going on, you're going to see it. So this is an event that happened in Ogun State, Shagamu. We are tracking all of those. So if there are specific content that would like you to see with respect to the election, we also make those available to you on the app, and you can actually play those on the app.
People in diaspora.
We can actually
So
direct those
let me tell you this, to be honest.
So I'm going to take that away. And I'll also come here. We also have the ability to view how well we're doing in every part of the country. So this is Benue State. We need 10,000 persons, and we can see how well we've documented people in that particular area, although this is not for the public, but I'm just showing it up here. And then we also have the ability to view election results when election results are released. So once the polling agents are in the different polling units and they send the results, it goes through our server and is displayed here on the front end. So with this particular application, you are able to view the election result live. But this is only possible if we're able to invest resources, if we're able to send money to the grassroots for them to mobilize and for us to have people in every polling unit across the country. And with this app, we are able to map every polling unit around the country. With this app, we're able to transmit election results and also verify that BVAS was used. And with this app as well, we're also able to report security and intelligence issues if there's any challenge. Let's say there's underage voting, not allowing people to vote, manipulation of results, BVAS manipulation and all of that. It can now be reported. So this is the work that the POSN team is doing. And then there's also links to other things in the country. You can see, just a second. Okay, I'll just take that away. And yeah, so we always encourage people to donate to be able to deliver their polling units. So this is a bit of what we have for now. You're also able to report activities in your ward, if there's a PVC collection drive, a rally, an interview, and all of that. So we also have a training video for people who will be trained to use this app. But more importantly, we have built this technology. We need you to continue to support that effort. Some persons go to the mission by giving. Others give by going. So if you cannot go to the grassroots, give to the grassroots. And so any money you're putting down now for the structure to grow, you are putting that money to put power back in the hands of the people of Nigeria. And I think that is very important. The POSN today, the Obidient movement, we are in every part of the country. Anything anybody in APC or PDP tells you about the election is a lie, because that time has come and power is going to change. And indeed, at the end of the day, you will win because you are a member of a winning team. So once more, thank you very much for allowing me to go through this. And I'll stop for now.
Thank you very much, Samadna. Now, there is a very critical part here. You know, what Samadna showed you is actually the aggregation that you saw there. Sadly, when you log in, you won't see them because that is for the super admins and those who are working at the back end. Now, this app is the core engine for the Sponsor Your Ward project. That means when you sponsor a particular ward, the activities that happen in that ward, one of the prerequisites is that once these activities are finished, the coordinator of that place uploads that. That is the condition. Therefore, when you sponsor ward ABC, you can always go back to that ward and see the activities of that which you are supporting. And that is the only way we believe that we can keep the critical mass busy, and we can keep informing them, we can keep interacting with them on a weekly basis until the date this election is done. Thank you very much once more, Samadina, for that fantastic presentation. Now, let's go to something that I like doing. And many of you know that I like doing it. Now, I can see many people commenting that they need to ask questions, that they want to raise their hands. It's time to raise your hand. But now we want to, you to raise your hand to sponsor a word. To sponsor a word in Nigeria now is about 100,000 naira. So if you're raising your hand, I think we have invaders here. Co-moderators, can you check? I think I can see someone who, be very careful who you're going to let to unmute, please. Be very careful, because I think that link probably has been compromised for some sorts, but be very careful. Anyway, so in sponsoring this word, so we have to all come together and see how best we can deal with that. Having said that, now anyone raising hand now, please, if your device is not appropriately named, I can see some people raising their hands now, but their device are named iPhone. Because we have invaders in this room, you will not be unmuted until you rename your device. Please do not take any offense, but we are taking this decision for the safety of every one of us in this meeting. And please, if you can, turn on your camera so that we see who is addressing us. I'm going to call on, at this point, please bear in mind, we want to start raising funds to drive this sponsor your word. If you want to sponsor word, if you want to help us, please, you can unmute. I think Dr. Dennis has been, insisting on speaking. So, Doctor, you're now unmuted. You can go ahead. Thank you, Doctor.
Yes, greetings and compliments of the season. I must commend you for what you are doing, the POSN network. My question goes like this: is this a strictly POSN event? And going by the last meeting we had with His Excellency Peter Obi, we did promise that meeting was going to be a regular meeting where we'll meet with support groups and brainstorm to see how we can forge ahead. So my question is this the meeting, or this is just a strictly POSN meeting? Well, I must commend you guys, what you guys are doing, and if there's any way we can form a synergy, we are very much willing to do that. Thank you.
Thank you very much to your question. This meeting this evening is in twofold. Predominantly, this meeting is for everyone and everyone in any support group to join in this world mobilization, chaired and pushed by POSN, the P2B Support Network. Now, of course, His Excellency did agree to be having a regular meeting. The meetings with the support groups have happened a couple of times. Now, it's not, the last one that, the first one we did was, for obvious reason, that was the premiere one was streamed and broadcasted live. Now there is, for strategic conversations, that is not happening. And there will be a meeting tomorrow. If you want, you can private chat me. There will be a meeting tomorrow in line of that conversation previously had, that is going to be tomorrow evening. That is the 27th. 27th, yes, 27th tomorrow. That meeting is going to happen. So for anyone thinking that His Excellency has abandoned the promise that he's made, no. It's only that the mode of communication probably slightly changed. But if you're in one of the support groups, obviously you would get the information to join this meeting with His Excellency tomorrow. And I think he's here. He may at some point also chip in one or two things regarding that. Now, please, people, we are not taking questions. Allow me to stay again. We are taking strictly by the rules, by the program of this event. At this point, we've come to fundraising. If you're raising your hand, If I call on you, I only understand one language and one language only, and that is fund. Please. Okay. Noble Asamoah, I want to hear that huge amount of money. No, Noble, please unmute, please.
Hello. Hello.
Go ahead. 30 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. I won't be able to afford. I had you mention 100,000.
Sorry.
I had you mention 100,000. Is that a fixed amount?
For the ward activities, yes. But again, you know, let's not limit ourselves. You know, we take 1, 10, 20, 100 million as well. If you can afford that.
I want to, I know I won't afford up to 100,000, but I want to see what I can do for my ward.
Okay.
I want to see what I can do for my ward. Oboduku ward, you know my house.
Oboduku, you said?
Oboduku, yeah, Oboduku.
Oboduku, okay. So could you please, is that Kevin trying to display that on the screen? You can enlarge that, please, if you may. Thank you very much. Would you mind dropping your contact details in the comment section? And secretary, please, and Christian, Neka, please take note, and Kevin, ensure his contact is gotten, and you take that conversation from there. Thank you very much. Do appreciate that enormously. So who is next? Come, what happened now? Please mute if you're typing, please. So who is next? Okay, Aloy Uzodimma, please.
Yeah, good evening and good morning, wherever you are. I am delighted to be here. But what I want to say is, we're already doing what we call operational adopted local government. Right now, we've been in Niger State and in Bauchi State, and we're already spending a huge amount of money, doing a lot of reach out. We print posters, we send out people on weekly basis to go out for. I'm based in US. I'm based in US, so we have a group we call Obidients Diaspora in Dallas. So we've been doing that for some time now. So I guess, do you think we should collapse what we're doing into this, or is there a way we can synergize, to make it more effective? Because we're really doing a lot already, and we're getting, a lot of huge results. So, I don't know exactly what activities that you guys are doing in this world sponsoring. So that's why I know it's about fundraising. So I mean, we're doing what we do is that each person adopts a local government, and then you have a sponsor. So for instance, in Bauchi, I adopted a local government. I have a sponsor that every week I send them out. I send out materials. I send them transport. So like in Benue, we have like 27 local governments. We adopted 20 local governments, each person. And we've been doing that now for some months. And we're also doing that in Bauchi as well, though we've not gone much.
Thank you very much. I mean, your intervention is it's well noted. Could you be so kind to drop your contact in the comment section, or you copy the contact from Kevin Jackbo there, and we would, this election can only be won when we all work together. We are all working together. All the majority of the support groups, including the CPO, the Coalition for P2B as well, Women for P2B. I believe if Panson is here at some point, I would want him to say a word or two. here. So thank you very much. We would be glad to, liaise and work with you guys. If you're already doing something in line with that, we can always synergize. Thank you very much. So, Bokolo, please.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Bokolo. I don't know. I think the place is a little bit dark. I just sorry about that. So my name is Bokolo. I'm from Bayelsa State, and ordinarily I didn't want to be known. Like he said, we've been doing a lot, but just to make it short, I'm from Bayelsa, so I'm going to take a word. I'm going to private chat you on that, even though we are doing some things on a very personal note. It's just that I'm a businessman, and in my state, we are very vindictive a little bit, so I want to try and stay as anonymous as possible. But first and foremost, I'm from Yenagua, which is the central local government area. I will take two words that are close to me because I'm from the main Yenagua. But then I think that what is really needed in Bayelsa State is to go to the hinterland. When I do the private chatting, I may be able to get one or two other persons who will sponsor some other words, because I think, except otherwise, I think I may be the only one from Bayelsa State that is somewhere around here for now. Or maybe there's another person who stays in Ireland.
Well,
so I take two words for now.
Thank you very much. We have people from Bayelsa State. You'll be amazed to know that Bayelsa is one of the states where we have hotheads actually doing amazing things. They've done something so wonderful in the day we had a campaign rally in Bayelsa last week. They used the opportunity to do one of the best mobilization that we have ever seen since these campaigns started. So you're welcome you're welcome to join us. At the same time, speak to other people, because word of mouth travel better and are more receptive for people to be encouraged. Get in touch. Kevin, please take contact and let's get to work with him to deliver this election. Thank you very much for promising to words, and hope we are hoping that you get more people to take more words. Again, let me sound this note as well. It's not only our words that we can take. We have people that have taken words in different states, like you just rightly pointed out. There might be areas in the hinterlands that is not your word. So some people can may decide, okay, my word, I know XYZ is likely to happen there, but there is where we need more intervention, and that is the key to winning this election. We must get to every nook and cranny of this country. We must take our nation back. Thank you very much once more. Oyinekan, please.
Mazi, 1 second, if you allow me.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me quickly say that for all groups who are not PSN, this sponsor award project has been adopted by the campaign and the CPO. So if you are a support group, make sure you are registered with the CPO coalition, because we have a work plan with the coalition which will be starting in a few days. So CPO is there, register with the CPO, and we will work with all support groups concerning this project. That's just what I want to add. And Maz, I also want to ask whether it is deliberate not to have a diaspora coordinators make their present update at this point?
No, yes, I'm coming to that.
Okay.
Our diaspora coordinators, they do have the internet, they have the data, so we allow them stay on. They're not going to work tomorrow. Now, the fundraising is in two folds. Before some people drop, how churches do it. Before you run away from the church, they take collections. So that's where we are now. Thank you very much. So Oyenikan, please. So we take the next three people. Agunabo, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys can hear me, right?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Beautiful. NJ, first of all, thank you so much. I don't know if you'll be able to remember me. We were together in Frankfurt That is the first leg for our principal's engagement for diaspora. And in that Frankfurt, we did everything possible to see that the hub feed up, because if not, that would have sent the wrong message to the circle, the oppositions, thinking by that time, I think that was August or September, that we were just diaspora's and media approach. But in this case now, having that wonderful meeting in Frankfurt, which was after Italy and then Germany, and then it became a message to our comrades and the Nigerian or the old politician that actually that the Obidients movement, or rather that Nigerians have decided that things have to change. Having said that, I want to thank you once more, Njenje. I don't know how long it may take me to express myself, but first of all,
you only have 30 seconds left,
you.
Please.
Thank you. All right. I just want to encourage you that please, we have to keep this going on. My name is Agunabo, and then I'm the convener of a Diaspora Patriots. We have every different people from diaspora, and then we are doing what we are doing to support our principal, Labour Party, and Obidients. As we are here now, you could see Barrister Chamberlain is here. He's a member of Patriots. Barrister Fosa, we are very active. What I want to beg is that this type of meeting is very, very important. But we, the diasporas, want to beg. We need to be informed about these meetings and enough time to get our people online. Because as I'm speaking now, I'm in Nigeria. I've been in Nigeria now for about 3 months, and I still have 2-3 months left because I'm going to remain here until the election. We have been doing our grassroots movement. We have been meeting people. We have been doing things we can in our local government. I am from Delta State, Abo to be precise.
Thank you.
And that is where the governor of Delta State or the vice president came from. And then we are doing everything just to show.
We have to move on now. Thank you.
Allow me to conclude, can I?
No, it's again, if you please conclude so that we can move on. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, on that note, what I just have to say is this. I want every one of us here, or like you to yourself, that we need to be having a meeting like this all the time and inform us in time, and then for us to get more members. And then I equally encourage everyone who is here to take what we're doing here serious. And when it comes about fundraising, we are in and we're already doing things like that already within the Diaspora Patriots. Thank you so much.
So thank you very much. Now, for the sponsor your award, how much are you giving us?
For the sponsor of my award, like as I was saying, my award is Ward 5. If this meeting just mostly by the word, because I know that we have a good candidate that we're raising funds for. It doesn't just based on what.
Hello, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I asked you a question. Does it just based on what? I was only just trying to tell you how much we appreciate what's going on and what we are doing. And then coming back to ask me how much I'm going to give to the word. I'm asking, does this just based on what?
If we've been following the meeting, what we have done is we've updated activities that are happening. And we said we are doing a fundraising for the wards and have called for people to strictly respond to that call. So if there are remarks to be made, we reserved it when, if you paid attention, when I railed out the proceedings for this meeting, that was to be at the tail end. Hence, if anyone is raising their hands now, the only thing that we want to do is, if that's going to help us to stick to what we are doing, is to, if the mic is unmuted, to tell us how much we are and for which words, so that we can quickly move on. Thank you very much.
Okay, pretty good. Then it's okay. On that note, I came in between. Even like, for example, now most of the people from Germany in this meeting, I was one who supplied, but I'm not in Germany, I'm in Nigeria. I just joined in, so I didn't hear those information. But on that note, I'm taking care of Ward 5 already, totally. Ward 5 within Ward 5 Delta North, Ika South Ward 5.
Okay, thank you very much. Delta North,
thank you, sir.
Ika South Ward 5. Okay, thank you. So people, please, can we stick to this? This is not a time to go on, this is not a time for remark. What we are doing now, this is only fundraising. We are going to go on. We still have a lot of program. We're still calling on the diaspora coordinators to make their presentations. Please, can we stick to that, please? Kate Nwosu, please. 1 minute max, please. If you're called upon, 1 minute max. Kate Nwosu.
Let me see, because you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Kate Nwosu from Anambra State. Okay, actually,
you muted yourself back again. Can you kindly unmute yourself? Thank you.
Let me see. I muted myself. Okay. Okay. My name is Kate Nwosu from Anambra State. Okay, I'm joining for the first time. I have my diaspora for B2B women. That's where I belong, and we've been contributing a lot under my president, Joyce Roberts. And then because I found this, I said, okay, anywhere they mention P2B, I'm there. Because in my place, which is Nanka and the Agolo, okay, Ward 1, I have already contributed over there more than 400,000. Okay, bet me, if you go to village now, you will see a billboard that's my sister and I, that we are in United States. We build it. So I'm challenging everybody, because this thing we are doing is not a joke. We build it for 600 and something thousand, both front and back. If you go to in the market there, you see it. And my name is written there with my sister. So I'm challenging everybody. If we go to rural areas, we can do that in wards, because this 100,000 is nothing. When you are building something, boards and then flyers and everything, we have to come up and then help P2B, because that's why I joined this meeting, to see what people can do in wards. So we have different wards. And if we all come out with our mind and do something, believe it, P2B is gonna go there, because there's no money.
Thank you very much.
Please, and we're gonna knock in the doors of the villagers. You know, that's what I want to say. So you can verify that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, people, I think we have to go back to we will come back to fundraising again, please. We need to move on. You know, when we talk about fundraising, it says it in the name. This is not question and answer time. This is not a time of commentary. This is a time of fundraising. So can we stick to that, please? But be that as it may, we are moving on now. I want to call on the coordinator for USA. Are you here? Please, every other person, lower your hands. We are taking only the coordinators that will be called upon now. Coordinator for USA, please. Is it Asike? If he's not here, US coordinator, please, everybody mute. USA coordinator is not there. Austrian coordinator is Australian coordinator. Is Australian coordinator here?
Mazi, our Australian coordinator is not here, but I can give update on what we are doing.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Once again, good evening, everybody.
Sorry, Ambrose. I think one of the things that we also want the diaspora coordinators to also do is to acknowledge those that have supported, and probably if you have the document, you can roll out the names of those that have supported us so far. You can go ahead now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So did you mean you want me to read out the names of the donors in Australia?
Yes, please, if you can. And that applies to every other country as well.
Oh, so we have a long list here. Okay, so in Australia here, USN started a while back, and Dr. Charles Meribole, who is currently in Nigeria, took it upon himself to call people to raise money. So far, we've raised about 14,000 Australian dollars. And then in our meeting too, we presented to our group on how to add value to the campaign. So what we decided to do is to adopt a state and fund POSN activity in that state. So we ended up picking Gombe as the state to sponsor. So what that means is that all the money we are raising, we go to that particular state. So right now, we have been piloting community activities across Gombe states. So when the app was demoed, you would have seen some of what we are doing there. And then we will then start in earnest across every ward in our target area from the 2nd of January. So far we've had 43 people donate money to raise the 14,000. So we have Dr. Gregesi, 1,000, Dr. George Ebo 500,000 naira. So I will say, so we are donating in either Australian dollar or naira. So the first was $1,000 and the second was 500,000 naira. Dr. Charles Meribole, 500 Australian dollars. Dr. Uche Nweze, 500 Australian dollars. Chinonso Aneshebe, 100,000 naira. Dr. and Mrs. Mike Mokiwu, $200. Dr. Tim and Linda Igbe Neji, $1,000. Dr. and Mrs. Uche Ijeneme, $300. Anonymous, $200. Dr. Francis Akin Yemi, $200. Dr. and Mrs. Oyefeso, $1,000. Mr. Chiemeka Iwuji, $200. Mr. Bernard Ebewele, $500. Mr. Egunonu Eji Noble, $200. Dr. and Mrs. Ugo Onyeka, $250. Mr. Shikode Ajoku, $200. Dr. and Dr. Mrs. Sien Ajero, $500. Dr. Abisoye Oyenako, $2,000. Oyenike, $2,000. Dr. Okechukwu Okezie, $500. Mr. Shinedum King Ahamefuna, $200. Dr. Christo, $300. Mr. Chidebere Ezugo, $100. Dr. Peter Oyewopo, $250. Chief Angus Orepo to $500. Emmanuel Onyebuna, $200. Mrs. Ebo Donoy Bello, $200. Dr. Kelechi Ibe Budlem, $500. Celestine Okoli, $500. Ugo and Usha Wauzo, $200. Kevin Ezenia, 300,000 naira. President Nwanne Dinamba, Queensland Incorporated. Oh, okay. So Madu Osunwa, 100,000 naira. Chimelo Ezechukwu, $200. Dr. Greg Imhau, $100. Dr. Ebere Shi Emeke, $500. Kevin Ezenia will be donating $100 weekly until the election. John Kennedy Shi Zulunwa, 500,000 naira. Dr. Chinwuba Ubani, $500. Mr. Egunonu Ejinobo, $200 again. Dr. Ugegesi, $500 again. Ezenia Kevin. Oh, okay, I've already read this one. So yeah, so the other ones are Kevin redeeming his weekly $100 till the election. So those are the donors we have. And so far, we've been spending the money in printing election materials and sponsoring activities we believe that are adding value to P2B support network. So based on report we've gotten already from Gombe, we are having the people PSN have recruited go to their different communities, hold meeting there with P2B posters, educating people on how to participate and mobilizing people, recruiting people who will get their community to come out on election day to vote. So that's our activity in Australia so far.
Thank you,
Maz.
Thank you very much. Did I hear you say printing election materials?
Sorry, I mean, that's posters. That's
okay.
Materials. Not, we are not INEM.
I thought.
What is the total from Australia, please? What is the total from Australia, please?
So it's about $14,000.
Okay, Australian dollars. We must make that differentiation, please. Australian dollars. But these, these monies are still with them. So obviously.
So that's the point. So our organization is that we, like I said, we are spending it in Gombe. So we are actually also managing the spending in Gombe, but through PSN.
So thank you very much. That is fantastic. Now, for the sake of transparency, reason why we decided, the board members of POSN decided that these names should be made public, that one, we appreciate them, and for the sake of transparency, to know what and where the donations are headed to. Now, with the exception of one or two people, every single one of us doing what we've been doing for the past couple of months. When I say couple of months, some have put their PhD on hold, some have stopped their work for the past 6 months, just to ensure that this fight till February is done without any form of protection, without gloves. And in doing that, they do, the coordinators and many of us doing this at a great cost in order to see that 2023, the story must change. And we do appreciate every single kobo, every single money that any one of us is able to spare in order to ensure that this comes to fruition. Now, please, before I called on the USA coordinator, do we have, Dan, are you aware if the USA coordinator is here? If not, we will move straight to Austria coordinator.
I don't think USA is here.
Okay, so I can see two people raising their hands. Please, can you lower your hand? This is not a time for questioning. That will help us a great deal. Thank you very much. So can we have the Austria coordinator, please? And Dan, can you confirm that the only P2B here left is our principal? If yes, if we don't want to waste his time, we can give him the time to address us, then we can move on. Okay, Austrian coordinator, please.
He has not joined. I sent him a text message. He said he replied. He gives a thumb up, so we are still waiting for him to get ready. He's in a meeting right now. So
okay, so please, whoever is using that P2B, either you rename it or we'll rename it for you, please. Thank you very much. Austria, please. Is Hamefuna here?
I don't think someone said it. No.
Hamefuna is not there. UK coordinators, is Prince Will here? Prince Will Urun, please go ahead. 2 minutes, please.
Yeah. Good evening, Marcy. Good evening, everyone on call. I hope you can hear me.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, the UK comprising England, Scotland, and Wales, we've been working hand in hand with POSN right from inception, and we've taken all the baby steps necessary so far throughout this our struggle, and we are actually making progress. But we still see that we have quite a lot of jobs to do in our hand. Just to let you know that I'm just going to call in some names without being particular on how much they've given, because some of them gave in pound sterling, some gave in naira. But however, we are having our end of year summit on the 30th of December. So I think before that date, we'll have a comprehensive list of what UK has contributed. But so far, we need to acknowledge the help of Mr. Doro Odiri, who gave us 100,000 naira. Dr. Udenya, who is sponsoring 2 wards in tune of 200,000. Dr. Ugomweke. We also need to acknowledge the coordinator of England and his colleague Daniel. They are working modalities to sponsor a state. So they are working out the modalities with our conveners and people on the ground. So far, they've made a commitment of £250. We need to acknowledge Ugo Okonicha from Scotland, who has also made some contribution. We also need to acknowledge Mr. Ogini Olayole, who has also made some contribution. Mrs. Abigail Stanley, Chukwemeka Nwankwo, Comrade Ned Nwachukwu, Ibeneche Ebenezer. Please, if you don't hear your name in this list, you weren't omitted for any particular reason. The comprehensive list will be submitted to the UK General House on the 30th, which will also be copied to our conveners. In the spirit of the night, which is fundraising, I'll be donating £50 to the UK account, which I think should be transferred to the Nigerian account. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prince Will. Excellent job you guys are doing. We appreciate that. Is the coordinator for Ireland here? The coordinator for Ireland.
The Ireland coordinator has mandated me to. The 1 million naira from Ireland come from an anonymous donor, and they're using it to sponsor Taraba State. Thank you.
Is that all?
Yes, that's what I'm told to say.
Okay, thank you very much. That was a quick one. North Carolina. Why did we have to split USA? Okay, North Carolina, please. Is anyone from there?
I think North Carolina posted on the forum that she's going into more, but I think, Kevin, we have the list. If anyone of
It's fine since we have that. I
okay,
mean,
she's here. Felicia is here. Please unmute her. Felicia Chika Harrison, please. Unmute her.
If you see her, do that, please.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Go ahead.
Yeah, greetings from North Carolina. My name is Felicia Chika Harrison. By the grace of God, so far we have reached 1,460, and we have ladies admitted to the room. You can see it here. So most of them are promising that they were going to pay after Christmas or immediately after the New Year. So the ones with the green check mark are people that have redeemed their pledge. Some of them paid in Naira, transferred into the Naira accounts in Nigeria. So we credited them for $120. So far everything is, I'm still trying to see how much people can see, how I can motivate more people to donate. Although some of them to sponsor the invite. But I just told them, just donate it, or however we use it. If you don't want, no problem. Everything is the good. If Nigeria is good there, it will be good for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you very much. We heard you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It appears you're on transit, slightly on or off, but nonetheless, you heard loud and clear. Can we have Georgia, please? Dan, do you know if Georgia is here? Coordinator for Georgia?
No, I'm not sure. No.
Okay. Do we have England? Or is that enough for Prince Will to have done that for UK?
I'm not sure Namdi here as well. Okay, she said, is that Dr. Namdi Chukuto? Is it Dr. Nande from England?
You never know until you ask them to unmute. So, Dr. Nand, if that's you, kindly unmute. If not, ignore. Then we need Canada. Canada. Ken, is Ken here?
I'm here, Dr. Collins Ugochukwu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Ken should be in the meeting as well.
Okay.
Samadina is also here. So, but on behalf
Doc,
of...
go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. My name is Dr. Collins Ugochukwu, one of the coordinators for Canada. Canada has been trying, to raise some funds, and we've raised more than close to $5,000 Canadian dollars, and our focus is to sponsor Kaduna State. And we've disbursed about ₦1 million so far for Kaduna. We're also helping to sponsor the digital projects that the PSN is carrying out. We've also sent ₦1 million to that effect. And so these are the names of those that have donated so far from Canada. We're still collecting funds. They are coming in. Dr. Collins Ugochukwu, that's myself. Samadina. Here you have the names I sent to you. We don't attach last names for the sake of Privacy Act in Canada here. We don't want to disclose people's full identity. So myself, $200, Samadina, $100, Chuka, $500, Bernard, $100, Uche, $100, Charles, $200, Innocent, $500, Caleb, $100, Ngozi, $250.
I'm here. I'm just being allowed to unmute now.
Jen, can you hear me?
Go ahead. Chris
Okay.
Aruna, please. Let Canada finish before you come in. Thank you.
Okay. So Jen, $100, Ken, $200, Nzubechukwu, $75, Nemeka, $200, Benjamin, $100, Nosa, $100, Ifeanyi, $100, Imokai, $500, Damian, $50, Ufoma, $40, Uchenna, $100, Uzonna, $200, Hafsat, $100, Nkem, $100, Emmanuel, $100, Augustine, $50, Chidebere, $100, Martin, $100, Paul, $100, Stanley, $100, Emmanuel, $100, Onyeka, $120, Innocent, $250, Nemeka, $100, Mark Tech, $100, Ugochukwu, $100. So the donors, they know themselves, and we've been updating them from time to time so that they know that they are being acknowledged. So far, as I said, it's almost $5,000, but we're going to be raising more before the election. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much for all you do. We do not take that lightly. All your effort is well appreciated. I think we have then the coordinator for USA, Chris Aruna, is here. Chris, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Mazi. I'm the state coordinator for Georgia.
Okay, sorry, Georgia. Sorry, Chris. Yeah, but in American.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this opportunity. I will just go ahead and read out the names of those that donated for Georgia.
The baby wants to read with you too.
Exactly. You have Chris Arona, and that's me, $200 paid. And you have Ken Caro, $200 paid. You have Ajiboye, $100 paid. You have Cynthia, $100 paid. You have Alex. Actually, Alex traveled, so he will be making the payment soon as I'm able to communicate to him. Black Prince will be making his payment tomorrow. I just spoke with him. He is currently at work. Randy, he traveled and also will be making his payment as soon as I'm able to communicate. Suzanne will be making on Friday. Uchobasi, $100, and Onyedekachi, $50. Nkem Ikechukwu, $50. So all together for now, we have $1,400. That's 1,400, and we're still raising funds and taking pledges, and those who pledge also going ahead to pay. Our target is to make sure by the end of this year we have our target to sponsor the state we have adopted, which is Plateau State.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, brother. That was a very good one. You know, as they say in England, I think that's by a company known as Tesco. They say every little helps. So, but in our neck of woods, they say, let the big fish get the big stick and let the small fish get the small wood. So we are making progress. I will be then taking, the next will be quickly to take, which, you know, we've taken Canada. Before we take goodwill messages from our principal or his representative, we also have Germany. Now, Germany, please, I think Chukuma Ezadache is here. Kindly update us as regards to what is happening in Germany and the activities so planned. Is it locked off now? So we do not have Germany here. Okay. The German coordinator appears no longer to be here. Okay, so that's fine. Then, people, Dan, can you confirm if His Excellency is here, then he can address us. If not, we'll move on and we take some feedback from our various state coordinators.
Let me call the meeting.
Okay, that's fine. While we do that, so that we also finish on time, we are doing actually very, very well. We've just, 1 hour, 15 minutes into this meeting, and we are almost done. People, great. I like the spirit. I like where we go very straight to the point without beating about the bush. So can we take, while we wait for the goodwill message from our principal, let's also take some feedback from state coordinators, please. For those of you who are commenting on the comments section, now let me explain. We are talking about only state coordinators. 36 states of Nigeria plus FCT, 37. If you want to raise your hand, please ensure you are a state coordinator. If you're not a state coordinator, do not raise your digital hand. I hope that is well understood. Now, if there is any feedback from any state coordinator, the next 10 minutes is ours to do. Again, only if you are a state coordinator.
Aganabo is now unmuted.
Sorry?
Aganabo said we should unmute him. I have unmuted him. Germany. I think it's the German coordinator.
No. German coordinator is Chukwumeza.
Okay.
I think he's left. He just left. He's no longer there. Agnabo spoke before, but please, let's stick to the plan. Only state coordinators. If you're not a state coordinator, please, I beg you, there is a reason. Let me take the first person. Aniede, please. Introduce yourself, introduce your state.
Okay. I'm the state coordinator, Save Nigerian Group, USA Kwaibo State Chapter. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak here. I saw this message on our inbox of our state, so I decided to join the Zoom meeting. Thank you. Please, I just want to give my submission of what is going on here. Many people have had interest of many other groups have had interest of working, but suddenly many things happen and many have lost interest. Why I'm saying this is this. Since PO returned, came in here for the rally and then returned, we've been, I've seen a decline on requests because our president in New York, Mr. Steve, sent out these Bluetooth speakers across the country. And here in the state, we have our own. But the reception for people to come get them for rural sensitization when the days we do not go out as a group, I've not seen anyone. I've posted in the main group for the states that we have over 100 plus groups. There is no interest at all. So this has really been a concern to me because many things happen at the PCC. I don't want to talk about it here because it's not really important. So that's my submission.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can you do me a favor?
Okay.
Can you please drop in the comments section, we'll take this conversation off air and I would personally get in touch with you. Please, by all means, private chat me or drop your contact. I will reach out to you and we'll take that. Okay, so we'll take one or two more. Prince Adeyeye, please. Prince Adeyeye, please.
Yeah. Good, well done. Good day. I'm Prince Adeyeye Afiz from Osun State, the state coordinator, Lumazio for Peter Obi Lupot in Osun State, and the lead coordinator in Osun State for all the support groups. Yeah, in Osun State, the challenge that we have in Osun State as the lead coordinator is that presently in Osun State, though we don't, our principal have not come to Osun State, but there are no traces of banners, billboards in Osun State. As I'm speaking with you, we have our 60 days sensitization that we have been going around all local governments. Though we have been able to touch just 3 local governments in Osun State due to finance and some other things. But the Labour Party and PCC in Osun State has not been making things easy for the support groups in Osun State to work. And with the support that we have been having, the little support that we'll be having, we have been able to do our best. As I speak with you, me and my team, we do go to each local government. We spend 2 days in each local government in Osun State. And we have gone to about 3 local governments. So we are still moving on to go to other local governments. We have our timetable, which I can even send to you. We have our pictures and videos of the local governments.
Thank you very much. By all means, drop your contact. Private chat me also. We will be taking these also offline. Thank you very much. And I must also commend you all for all that you do. Now that is the much we can take. We have to go back to what we left before, which is fundraising. All hands are lowered. if your hand is still up, you're going to be called upon to give us money. Please. There is time for commentary. If you want to give us money, raise your hand. If you want to sponsor a award, raise your hand. Please, and that is very strict now. We don't want to cut you off respectfully, but we want to do things orderly. When we get to the point of taking comments and goodwill messages, we can do that. But for now, we want those who are giving us money to sponsor words. Do we have, yes, thank you. For those of you watching us on YouTube, asking how you can support, we are sharing now the link for you to register to sponsor a award. The link, those of you watching on YouTube, the link is there. If you click on that link, it's going to pass you through. And I think we can also share that link. So Madina, if you don't mind, share that link also. Okay, you've done that. That link, once you click on it, is going to take you through where you can select number of words you want to sponsor and put in your name, your telephone number. Someone will reach out to you and take further details regarding the word you are sponsoring. We must say thank you to all of us for indeed believing in the principle, in the core principle of our principle that says that a new Nigeria is possible. Like those in the other camp, may our labors not be in vain. On that note, I call on Anthony Chukwu to tell us how many words he wants to sponsor. Anthony, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, and thanks for giving me this opportunity. Without wasting much of our time, I'd like to sponsor 2 wards in Imo State, and I'd like to get in touch with the state coordinator of POSN in Imo State. I have been doing a lot anonymously, but I'd like to, he probably doesn't know me. I'd like to know him as well, and then we'll take it up from there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is the type of language I understand. You know, I want to be spoken in language I understand, and this is the type of language you understand. Direct. Now, please, can we have Anthony, Kevin, quickly inbox him the state coordinator for Imo State? And Anthony, if you also would drop your contact, we can also reach out to you. Thank you very much. We want to have Ladi Musa Danjuma. Ladi Musa, please unmute and speak to us. Ladi Musa is joining us from Niger State. Ladi Musa Danjuma, please. I think when we called the coordinators, we omitted you, but kindly go ahead, please. Are you able to unmute? Ladi Musa, on behalf of Niger State. I believe Ladi Musa is having some network issue. Ladi Musa, are you there?
You can also call Praise Solomon or the other Solomon from Yobe State, both of them, to speak for. Praise Solomon is for Katsina State. The other Solomon, Yobe State.
I don't know. I can only see Praise Ilomo now. And you know, whoever it is, can you, if you know the individual, can you unmute him? So Timothy Duru, kindly unmute.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Well, I've been with POSN. I'm in Abuja at the moment. They've been doing a lot of work at Abia State. I want to get the contact of the Oshun coordinator. I would want to take care of 2 words in Oshun because I saw when someone from Oshun made some submission. I believe these are areas we should start investing more, to make sure that we get this dream actualized. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Timothy. When I say I like certain language and I like being spoken in certain languages, these are the languages that I understand and I like them so much. I've inboxed you. If you look at the comment section, the link for you to fill in is already there. Please do, by filling out that link, put in the comment section for the state coordinator to reach out to you. That would happen within the next 48 hours. Thank you very much for believing in what we do. Thank you. So again, people, I like this language. I like the language of sponsor your word, the language of giving us where it is sweet us, but don't give us where it pain us. Okay, people, I want more hands. Now I want more hands up. Okay, before I allow people to talk more, I want more hands up. And those of you watching on YouTube, before now, across the channels, you may get up to 1,000, but I am not, guys, on the YouTube, I want to feel the vibe. I want to feel the vibe. I want you guys on YouTube to also, some of you are saying, okay, I will share the link on YouTube. I will share the link on YouTube. So if you feel you cannot give us through YouTube, then please come in here and give us. But we need that vibe now, please. So we have 2 more minutes to do this. Then, 2 more minutes. Go ahead. 2 more minutes. The language I understand. Speak to me, please. Speak to me in a language I understand. Is Ladi Musa Danjuma here? Ladi Musa Danjuma, would you mind giving us update from Niger State? While I'm waiting on Ladi Musa, please speak to me in a language that I understand. Speak to me in a language that actually touched my spirit. I might be able to give you my heart. If you touch me or not, if you scratch me, I won't. But if you touch me, if you pierces me so deep.
Dr. Nicholas, Eje.
Hello.
Thank you, Doc.
Good evening. I will just go straight to the point. I would like to sponsor a word from Imo State. So I would like to get in touch with whoever is the state coordinator for Imo State.
Okay. So I think the Sponsor Your Word has a coordinator. If you check in the comment section, it says Kevin Jackbo. So Kevin Jackbo is, but obviously you're still going to pass through, but he's the coordinator of Sponsor Your Word that you still have to go through the states. So Kevin, please, the language we understand, very short, brief. Kindly get in touch with him so that you guys do the needful.
Now, if you allow me to quickly make a comment on to help those who are offering to sponsor a work so that they will understand it, especially those who are asking them for their state coordinator. Yes, please. A sponsor award means that once you either complete that form to indicate the word you want to sponsor, Kevin will contact you. But if you are here already and say, I want to sponsor a word in Imo State, fantastic. Kevin will contact you. If you give him your number or you contact him through his number, he will now link you to the state coordinator you are sponsoring and link you with the ward coordinator you are sponsoring. But for the purposes of accountability, monitoring and execution, Kevin will give you an account you pay the money into and explain to you the activities you are going to sponsor, what it will consist of, because our strategy team has already advised on what to do in each local government and each ward, and it to have impact. So Kevin organizes those things, coordinates it, still link you with your ward coordinator for you to know him and for you to call him to confirm that those activities are going on, that he's receiving the money you are spending on his ward, and for you to know him as well, to create that connection. But for purposes of accountability, transparency, monitoring and execution, Kevin, whose number is there, coordinates it. If you want to ask any question how the sponsor award project works, please feel free to ask. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, people. We will be rounding up. The signal I get is that today is a very hectic day for our principal. He's still, he's still in another Zoom meeting, and hopefully he's going to join us. But let's quickly continue. We will be rounding up very quickly. I will take Dr. Ozim, I believe, from Manchester. Is that the one? Doctor, are you able to speak my language, Dr. Ozim?
Yeah, I'm able to speak your language. This is Dr. Sim. So, yeah, I just want to sponsor my ward as well. That is Unicom local government. So I'll take that sponsor. Probably can give me a chat later.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Thank you. You see, these are people that understand my language, Dr. Ozim. He understands my language pretty very well. So people, those of us still, let's move to the social media. Those of us on YouTube, what's happening? Where are we? The guys in the meeting room are beating you blue, blah, no, okay. Blah, blue, or whatever. So please, where are we? Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all we do. Thank you. We cannot thank you enough. Now, let's come back for 2 minutes. Since all hands are now lowered, can we take POSN coordinators? POSN coordinators. If you're a coordinator here within POSN and you have any question or clarification or updates, you have the time to do that for your state. 1 minute. Only POSN coordinators. I have Moke Ndubisi here, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead, 1 minute.
Okay, I'm standing in for our coordinator, Musa Chinda Waba.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm from Borno State. I'm in Borno. So the problem we are having is about harvesting the agent list, the polling unit agents. As the things have changed, as INEC said that all the parties will upload the list of their agent. And in Borno here, in Borno, we have the various structures across the world, but going down to the local.
Sorry, Chinda, Mwonye, can you sit up, please?
Sorry, there's no light here. I'm using touch.
Well, even if your touch still works if you're sitting.
So the thing we are facing here is how to harvest the local government. The people are already there, but going down to the local government to share out a form that they will fill, and then we will come and upload their details in the website that.
Okay. Okay, hold on here. Did you join the meeting we had 7 o'clock Nigerian time today?
No, I didn't.
Okay, did your coordinator join the meeting we had 7 o'clock Nigerian time today?
I didn't really know that he joined.
In Borno State, we are working through this coordinator he mentioned now.
Exactly, but that coordinator wasn't in that meeting, right?
No.
Because there is no need, then we need to take these off here because we already addressed the issue and we have, tasked the state coordinators as the best way to go around what he's mentioning. So the best thing we will do now is that the national coordinator would reach out to Bono. And since you guys didn't join this meeting earlier today, we will be updating you as to what we agreed and the modalities that we will use in dealing with that. Thank you very much. Brother, you stay safe. Thank you. Aloysius Mora, please, 1 minute. One minute, please.
Good evening, Mazi. Good evening, everyone.
I hope you're speaking my language. How many words before you talk?
Mazi, I'm looking forward. I'm praying for good people that we remember Kwara State. I'm praying seriously here. I just want to report on some of our decisions here on Kwara State. Just as we have been hoping and praying and looking from different sources to get materials and the resources to work. On the Sponsor Your Award project, we decided to make it more of an inauguration of polling unit agents. So as soon as any award is indicated, just like one we are working on now, we're supposed to have it this week, but maybe before 31st, we will do that. The coordinator of the award have been mandated to get 3 to 10 polling units, which we propose to out of the money of the project to give in like 20K to use it for transportation to get the complete polling unit agents. So on the day of the project, we are going to inaugurate the polling unit agents and task them to start work, where we'll start getting reply from them. So instead of us to go and gather people, do the project and go, we want to use that very day as the day of inaugurating the polling unit agents. So that's what we are working on. So we are just praying and hoping that some good people, these foreign countries that take one state, don't they know there's a state that exists here called Kwara State? Please tell them there's Kwara State.
Don't worry, we will tell them. When others were sending people abroad for brain gain. But don't worry, they will remember you.
Please.
I must commend you, Aloysius, for the great work you're doing. You see, you're already front running the timetable that we have. You guys are already training people ahead of time. I must thank you on behalf of our principal for your dedication and for your tenaciousness in all that you do. Thank you very much, and that is well appreciated. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. So can we stick to 1 minute? Can I take Emelda Duke, please? Emelda, if you kindly unmute and take 1 minute, please, so that we can accommodate other people. Thank you.
Good evening, all.
Yeah, good evening.
Right, my name is Imelda Duke. I'm from Cross River State, and I'm the woman leader for Cross River State, second to Dr. Sim. I will sponsor a ward for noun in in Calabar, right? Calabar South.
Okay.
For 100,000 for now.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Duke. Let's if you don't mind, you have the number there in the comment section.
Okay.
There is a number there, Kevin Jackbo. Please, if you take that number and Kevin, try to private chat her and take further details. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So Praise, go ahead, Praise.
Okay. Good evening. Thank you so much. I'm Praise Lemona Azav from Katsina State, POSN coordinator. Thank you for your work, and we appreciate our boss, Daniel Luma, for his commitment, and he will be communicating. Really, Katsina State is having some challenge now. And as you all know, Katsina State has 34 local governments, 361 wards, and almost 6,652 polling units. which is also the president state. As it stands, we have been working within our own reach, saying to it that we succeed, but we are limited in our activity due to lack of funding. And especially, the northern parts, we don't really have sponsors. And we are looking up to you for help. In fact, we seriously need publicity material, posters, banners, and some other sensitization materials. So we are pleading that if possible, the hand of fellowship that the diaspora are extending to some state, they should kindly consider Katsina too. And the good Lord help us to succeed. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Praise. Your plea is, it's one of those things that in the last couple of weeks, it's been a reoccurring thing, but be rest assured that we are not leaving any stone unturned. We are doing everything possible to ensure that at least every state, every ward will have the materials that they need to go to the hinterlands. That includes the posters, and in the new year, we intend to include stickers and aprons and, aside the Sponsor Your Word project. So within our own rights and working with the party and the PCC, we will see what that we will see too, that these stories will change come 2023. Thank you very much once more. So we have Solomon joining us from Yobe. Solomon, please unmute. I mean, that's what people. This is to tell you that this is the structure that we have in every nook and cranny of this nation. We are present there. We have people speak from Niger, across the continent of the world. Here we now have Yobe. Please, how is Yobe today? I hope Hammer time is hitting us hard there, right?
Yes, of course, but we bless God, we are managing. Good evening, everyone. Mazi, thank you for the opportunity. I want to appreciate the leadership of the POSN and all the contributors towards the success and sponsorship for the Sponsor Your Word activity, which in Yobe, we undertake one activity and so much believe that so many are coming on our way. More so, all the challenges and others will be channeled. To save time, I will put them down and then share with you for possible way out and onward discussion. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Solomon. Wise one. Not only that you are wise in the Bible, you've also displayed a very great dexterity in the use of your wisdom. Thank you very much. Infinite notes. Again, if you're here and your device is showing iPhone or the make of your phone, please, I beg you, it is not right to be addressed as a Chinese or a Korean telephone manufacturer. Please change and change your name to the right thing. And again, before you are being allowed to speak, pay us some respect. We are being watched across the globe, and this meeting is being streamed live. Please sit up if you're lying down. Thank you. I'll take the opportunity to call Jonathan Simon, please. Infinix, please rename your device. Jonathan, go ahead.
Good evening, all. My leader and the people of the diaspora. I actually want to appreciate our leader, Mr. Daniel Elomba, for the transparent manner in which he has been running this movement together with his team. Bauchi State has 20 local governments, and out of which about 18, I have appointed local government coordinators, and we have done a lot in terms of recruitment of ward coordinators and polling units, canvassers, and agents. Like my colleague has rightly pointed out, that's Mr. Prish. As you all know that we are mostly what we do here is we tax ourselves to do some of these activities. That is, maybe that's grassroots mobilization. So what we do, we visit cultural groups and associations. We talk to them and give them some material. And some of these materials, we do print them with our money. And I will appreciate if the diasporians come to our support in terms of this material, most especially this festive period. I would have loved to have some materials so that people coming down home, at least will use it, especially the party logo, which is still a problem to many people in the villages. But thank God, we have other support groups that are doing well, also in terms of sensitization. So I will want the POSN to do more. I know the funding, I know we have issue of funding, but thank God there is intervention from the diaspora. So I appreciate if we have such materials,
very much.
so that it will aid us in our work.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Jonathan. Your plea and everything is well noted. And again, we must do everything possible to ensure that some of them are sorted out. So Dan, please confirm we have another name join us now. Confirm that our principal is in our midst. Please, if that be the case, then we'll grant him the time to speak to us before we disperse this evening. But before I do that, I have Emmanuel Lago. Please, can we stick to 1 minute? Emmanuel Lago, please.
Okay, good evening, coordinator. God bless you. I just wanted to pass an information to Aloysius, the Aloysius who spoke of Okara. Please, yes, there was problem and all that, but he should get in touch with one Major Sam, and then he knows him. He in all the gaps, reconciling the party people with also with the supporters, and we are set to go. I handle it from Abuja here. We are set to go by January 7. From January 7, a new phase will start in Kwara State. That's just what I want to say.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think you can also private chat Aloysius Mora there. Please share your yeah, he's still here. Aloysius Mora. Sorry, I can't even hear.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay, thank you. So quickly, let's move on. I have 7 Ezumba, please. Quickly, 1 minute. Kindly unmute.
Hey, how you doing? How's everyone doing?
Fine, and you?
So I want to support 3 locations. 1 Anambra, Idemili North. Do 1 in Surulere, Lagos, and Aguda, that area. I want to do 1 in Niger, somewhere in Niger State. We'll put maybe a total of 150 to start. I already filled out that form, okay? So someone should get in touch with me.
So thank you very much. I think the next working day is Wednesday. Or Kevin, if you guys are free tomorrow, you can make those calls for those that filled in this form now. Seven, thank you very much for agreeing to sponsor 3 wards. 3 wards that he has agreed to sponsor. Thank you very much for being that generous. Sunday Bala, please. Sunday Bala.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening, Sunday.
I'm Dr. Sunday Baloma, the Kogi State Coordinator of the Big Tent and the Obedient Movement. I want to first of all appreciate all of you for all the efforts you're putting in to see that the Obidati dream comes to limelight. However, I know all of that which you guys are doing and which we also are doing here are not coming without their challenges. Right now, I'm in my ancestral home, Odu Akbelu, in Dikina local government in Kogi State. I have been here for like a couple of days now, and it is very evident that they don't even know the name Obi or Dati. So I have a lot of work to do here with my team because we are cut across the 21 local governments. And what we intend to do is that we intend to use this festive period to organize rallies in the 21 local government, beginning from my own local government, which is the largest and has at least about 48% of Kogi East population of voters. But unfortunately, neither the Big Tent nor the Obedient Movement for the last 1 week that we've been pressing home our demand for materials and mobilization to even get them together so we could sensitize them has been a huge challenge because I think it's one of our founders, Dr. Elizabeth from Scotland, Ambassador Atodo from Abuja, and one of those, Dr. Sam O'Malley, that contributed 100,000 that made that what we have right now a possibility. But that cannot even go anywhere right now. So we are soliciting the support of you guys that no amount is too small for our rallies to hold now that the festive period is here, and we have so many people back home who have vowed to ensure that the Obidati dream becomes a reality. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much, Sunday Bala. Thank you very much. Obviously, I am part of the, many of us also here are part of the Big Tent family. I'm the co-director media in the Big Tent as well, or rather the deputy director media. I'll put it that way, not co-director. And we've been working within the support group. I understand every single word you've just spoken here. It's indeed a challenge, but the reason why we spend our time, energy, resources to do this is to ensure that we bridge that gap. And that gap we are bridging, and definitely you'll be hearing from us as soon as. Now, thank you everyone once more as we are about to round up. For those of you who still may not be clear as to what Sponsor Your Ward project is all about, maybe this small video can also help to throw more light. Thank you.
My fellow Obidients and Nigerians in general, Peter Obi Support Network, POSN, has taken a new dimension in Sponsor Your Ward project. In a few weeks from now, Nigerians will elect a new president. In order for Obidati to win the 2023 election, Global Obedient Movement is today launching Sponsor Your Ward Project, SYWP. Sponsor Your Ward Project allows you to take ownership of your dreams for a new Nigeria and the 2023 presidential campaigns by you adopting a ward. You will be remembered in the annals of history as the parent of the victory of that word, and in particular the general election. We are appealing to all Obidients and all our support members to take ownership of our Labour Party campaign by sponsoring your ward. You can contact the telephone numbers listed below to select a ward you will sponsor, either individually or as a group. Your sponsorship will allow our ward coordinators to hold village enlightenment and mobilization meetings and recruit polling unit canvassers. You can select a ward you want to sponsor at our website www.sponsoryourward.com. That's www.sponsoryourward.com. You can also download our 2023 election Manager app at Google Store for Android phones. Team managers for POS and sponsor your word SYWP are in Nigeria. Ufoma Kelvin Japo, Director, +234 905 997 6588. That's +234 905 997 6588. Also in Nigeria, it's Sabina Ego Ekechuku +234 803 684 1117. That's +234 803 684 1117. In America, Martin Uche, Director, +1 323 610 4948. That's +1 323 610 4948. Australia, if you're in Australia, you can sponsor a ward as well. Obima Ambrose, +61 406 371 221. That's +61 406 371 221. And in the United Kingdom, Mrs. Mary Atuyi, +44 78 68 432 447. That's +44 78 68 432 447. Account number for you to make your donations to sponsor your ward is account name Govindex Leadership Empowerment and Development Foundation. Account number 101-279-4369. The bank is Keystone Bank. The account number is scrolling at the bottom of your screen. POSN says thank you for sponsoring a ward. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you.
I wish I can also put my voice in loop to say thank you, Q, for sponsoring your word. So on that note, people, I will say thank you once more for a wonderful evening well spent together. I will then yield now and hand over to my co-convener, Daniel Elomba, for his closing remarks. But again, before I do that, as you've heard here, one thing that is very clear is we have campaigns. Campaigns come to states. Our challenge and our worry is after these campaigns, the campaign trend leaves. Obviously, a vacuum is being created, and that's where we move in. We are taking over that vacuum that is being created between now that the campaign has happened to the date that people will come out to vote. These weekly meetings, enlightenment campaigns, all these form of engagement, that is all that is encompassing and in one called Sponsor Your Word Project. On that note, I say thank you once more for being a wonderful participant in today's meeting, and I yield now to Mr. Elomba for his closing remark.
We can stop streaming.